Hello, League. For the second, oh Jesus, for the second to last time. This is the playoff review and championship game preview match video thing.
Preview review.
I'm sick as fuck, so sorry. Anyways, for the intro, I want to describe a few things. Came to me in a dream. I wanted to do the end video, and my dream is failing me because all of you are not proactive. So, in my dream, I had small little interviews with everyone. You know, they mentioned like, "Hey, this rule that is possibly being changed. I'm not a fan of it, and this is why." I clipped every single one of those videos. I had a small panel of people during the video, and whenever we talked about a certain rule, I kind of just piped in your audio from it, and we would pipe in multiple people's audio for multiple issues, and it'd be kind of like we're all kind of in the same room and discussing these things. But alas, a lot of you apparently just don't give a shit about the rules or just want to vote on it and get it over with. So instead, what we're going to do for the end of the year video is get probably this panel. Oh, by the way, we have 4 people here today. Me, Joey, Paul, and Chris. All of us are here. We'll probably have the same group of people, and we'll all just discuss the different rule changes and go from there. Obviously, we have a week. It's time. We'll probably do it sometime next week, maybe next weekend. I don't know. We'll get it figured out when the time comes and all that good shit. I'm also going to be handing out. I guess I will be presenting certain awards for people. Nothing big. Like Joey said, it kind of reminds him of like participation or like best attendance awards. They're like literally going to be on pieces of paper.
You jerked off the hardest in class today. Congratulations.
It's a weird fucking award. But yes, it's gonna be a lot like those, just football related for the most part. Chris mentioned maybe doing one for each team in true participation trophy fashion, and I actually like that idea. But I'm gonna have to be really creative in the next coming days, so I will work on that. What?
There's one, dude. Coming Days, the saltiest spittoon. That is me. There you go.
Yeah,
The Coming Days award for this guy.
Yeah, easy enough. I'm just gonna print an award that's like tilted to the side and give it to you. It's just gonna say award that's just slightly tilted. Sound good? Chip man?
You are awarded.
You are awarded, and it's just gonna be tilted because that's what you are. Let's see, what else was there? Next year, let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh, I got it all fucked up. Oh yeah, a reminder. Since I got messages about this, and I just want to make sure it's clear for everyone. Keepers are going to work like this: you draft a player in the first round. If you're going to keep that player, you lose your first round draft pick. If you pick up a player off of free agency, you're going to lose your round 15 pick, your last pick. If you get traded a player and you want to keep that player, if they were drafted, you lose that draft position. So basically, I'm keeping the draft board all year, and I have plenty of pictures of it. So basically, when we decide keepers come around either right before the draft or whenever we'll talk more about that at the end of your video too, on when we want to decide when the keeper deadline is going to be. The next draft board, I will already have the keeper selections up on the draft board, so everyone knows where it is. You know where your pick that you lost is at, and it'll be just clean and easy that way. It'll also be able to work on the digital boards for our out-of-staters. I think that's it intro-wise. I know that was a long one, but it was some housekeeping I need to do. Thanks for keeping it civil while I was not in the United States. It was nice to come back and not see the chat on fire. It was a nice change of pace.
That's because you're the problem.
that might be it. Yeah, no, but I think we're ready to go. since let's see, the first semifinal match we'll do is since we got him here, Chris versus Paul. Let's do that. We got both of them here.
Ooh, switching it up.
That's surprising. You usually start with yourself.
Well, I am important, but there are two of you here. This is the first time we have like a whole commune, if you will.
Oh, Chris, you lost. Oh, awkward. I didn't know.
Did you guys hear that coming from the consolation bracket?
Ooh.
My quarterback.
I can't
went
say anything without
down.
hearing the word collusion.
Say anything this time.
Yikes.
Interesting. You said I was going to. Fuckers.
I'll be honest, through this entire matchup, I was watching my Vikings absolutely crush the Cincinnati defense, and they got that pick six really early in the first quarter, and I was sitting here with Baltimore being at like 13, and Vikings were at like 23, and I was just like, why didn't I start the Vikings? Oh no! And then eventually Baltimore got a touchdown, and I was like, okay,
Yeah, it's
I'm probably gonna win.
It's the Browns.
I know, like I was like pretty confident that Baltimore would actually crush the Browns, and they did.
Wait, you won without Marquise Lee even touching the field.
Yeah,
No, he went
he
on. He
touched
hurt
the
his
field, but he
Oh.
got hurt
hurt his leg or
like in the
something.
first quarter or
Yeah.
something like that. They didn't even start Deion Lewis.
Oh, you put faith in Flash Gordon. I see.
I actually listened to Greg and I asked him, should I start Deion Lewis or Rex Burkhead? And he said Burkhead. Nah, fucking Greg.
Serves you right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really came down to Monday night though, and Julio Jones unfortunately got kind of banged up, and he had put like 28 or 38 points against Tampa Bay early in the year, so I was like, oh man, I'm probably gonna lose. But you know, I was pretty fortunate Jordy didn't show up with even Aaron Rodgers on the field.
It's because Aaron Rodgers didn't show up. He couldn't throw the ball, man. That dude was in so much pain still.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
threw 3 picks, wasn't it?
Mhm.
He still had 20 points though, because he's
I
on my
mean, like,
bench.
He can't
Doesn't
cross
this
his
make you
body.
feel old? Like first game he threw 3 picks in like since 2008. Like Jesus. It's
Yeah, he did
almost
that with one
10
arm
years
though.
ago.
Impressive.
Right.
Eighth of a collarbone.
Pretty good Panthers team though. You gotta give them credit.
Yeah.
I actually tried to pick up Kenyon Drake earlier this week too, and unfortunately Chris picked him up before me. I was gonna put him in my flex, but it's a good thing he did pick him up because it did help him get a lot of points where he didn't get points.
Yeah, my team fucking shit the bed.
Yeah,
Like I had a lot of faith in Jordy. That obviously did not work out. McKinnon hasn't been doing much fantasy wise lately. Like they were kind of switching back and forth with him and Latavius, and then lately it's all been Latavius. So I was like, I can't trust McKinnon. Sure as shit, gets me almost 14 on the bench. Either way, it wouldn't have fucking mattered.
Crabtree didn't actually go out there and punch somebody, so he actually
Didn't.
played.
Yeah, fucker. God damn it, fucking.
Piece of
Uh-huh.
shit.
It sucks Josh Gordon has Deshaun Kaiser throwing him the ball.
Yeah, dude, I actually felt confident about that, even against Baltimore, because I knew their number 1 corner was down, and Josh Gordon has been trending up. So I'm like, fuck yeah, that guy's untouchable. It's just obviously too bad of the guy who's throwing the ball. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, Devontae Freeman actually showed up, you know, to his potential and did really
Yeah.
well.
Tevin Coleman was out too, so he was getting most of it. So
Oh, yeah,
going
he's
into the
bell
Monday
cow.
night game, going out into the Monday night game, I knew didn't really have much of a chance. My only chance was Julio to just do another 35+ point game,
Right.
and I wasn't counting on it. So it's all good.
Are you gonna keep Julio?
That's a good question, man. And I do not know the answer for it because
I mean, you're definitely keeping McCaffrey though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's trending up.
I
I
just-
picked up Dalvin Cook as a little sneak attack.
oh yeah,
Oh no.
Um,
Dalvin Cook, let's go
so
represent.
I've got choices. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
He's got the
Yeah.
early
I
torn
mean, Wentz.
He's
You
got the
gotta
early
decide
ACL
between
there.
Wentz or Cook.
Yeah, you also have Kenyon Drake. Like, that's not a bad keep either. Because, like, Tannehill will be back next year.
We have no idea what Miami's
Yeah,
gonna look like next
You
year.
have a lot
though.
of options to decide.
Adam
I do.
Gase might
Got
not even be
choices.
back.
You got a whole year.
Yeah, I got time to stew on it. All right, let's
But yeah,
go.
I mean, honestly, I think overall it was a pretty close matchup. He was projected to beat me, technically.
And he
I
was the
think
first
just-
seed, man.
Right.
Yeah. The 1 and 2 seeds are down. Shit,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
YouTube.
Womp, 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 womp,
It's the
womp.
fucking what? The 4th and the 6th? Yeah. Embarrassing. Well, I guess we can go on to my match.
Yeah. An even closer matchup, right?
Very close barn burner of a football fantasy game.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, Todd Gurley and Kareem Hunt are good at football.
I mean-
Sincere bitches about Kareem like he's
Yeah.
fucking
Look
this
at-
the
look at-
rottiest
look- dude.
donuts ever, and then
Dude,
goes off
Shares a
and
video of
turns
Kareem Hunt on his Facebook page.
Look at Kareem Hunt from freaking. He hadn't scored a touchdown from week 4 all the way to 13, man.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh
It
no.
was a long time.
It was. It's hard for you. I know.
Sitting right
I
above
did. I
Todd
lost
Gurley
every
there.
game since
Probably
that
the
point.
MVP of the league.
But I kept with him, dude.
He had a little bit of a stretch there where he wasn't
He's like
fantasy
6 minutes.
producing.
It's called
Yeah, he's
Andy
in there.
Reid.
Yeah,
You
pretty
probably
much.
your max, like you probably still have the most intact, like originally drafted, like fantasy team. To be honest, besides Tom Brady and like Matt Bryant and
Yeah,
Westbrook,
my-
of course. I mean, you know, you did a really good job of drafting. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know if you did
My
get lucky
team's
with Kareem
trash.
Hunt, but I don't know.
I mean,
Your
I
team's
bet-
still pretty
I
much
bet on
intact.
young, good running back in Andy Reid's system, and it worked great until Andy Reid decided to get his own system fucked up. Yeah.
Right.
I'm happy they switched the play caller. That's nice and good.
Wow, you
Philip
stashed
Rivers
Deshaun
throwing
Watson,
3 picks
too.
was nice. Dude, that was fantastic to watch. Like that KC game, the Chargers KC game literally decided this. Well, besides Todd Gurley. But
I'm a
Oh,
little
oh,
surprised
God.
he didn't start Greg Olsen. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
oh, no worries. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I probably would have started Greg Olsen as well.
Yeah, I
He
would
don't
too.
win. He doesn't win though. Like it doesn't matter.
Right.
You
know.
literally
Oh,
scored
yeah.
143 points
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
with 2
you had-
people getting 2 points on your team. Like
Yeah, you had 75 points between your running backs.
I know. If I would have started fucking Sterling Shepard, I would have had the highest point total of the year. I'm really upset. I don't have that record.
you went with DD Westbrook. That's why.
He got
Yeah.
dude after
Philly's defense is good. That's a
after
hard
Marquise
matchup.
went down, he got double coveraged. Like he just wasn't escaping.
Twoo.
I wasn't really expecting anything. Jacksonville defense always good for a solid 10 points.
Twoo. Yeah, because you get like 18 sacks a game.
Yeah.
So, am I doing the math correct? Eric wouldn't have had any chance of winning this game, even if he did play the
Yeah.
correct players.
If he started
Okay.
Kirk Cousins, that would be what plus
8.
8. If he
Essentially.
started Martavius Bryant over Keenan, that's 6. If he started,
Greg over Jack at 13.
no, not a chance in hell.
Well, if you put Juju in the wide receiver and then put Bryant in the flex and Greg Olsen in tight end, still not enough? Do you think? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know
not
my
gonna
math.
bench Keenan Allen though ever.
Right.
Theory
Once in a
draft
blue
pick.
moon. If he did, though, would he have?
He would need like
What?
literally 60 points.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way you would have stopped Todd Gurley.
No, and you're
Just
not
for
expecting
each point
Todd Gurley
game.
to score fucking 4 touchdowns either.
On
The entire-
Seattle.
On
Yeah.
Seattle.
In Seattle.
Holy cow!
That was a shit fest of a fucking game.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
the
that
most
was
unfortunate thing. I mean, you just buried him. I don't know. You scored 43 more points than you were projected.
Yeah, no.
Holy
Yeah,
cow!
It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Not much to say.
Stop looking at the slaughter and let's head up to our future matchups here.
We're gonna talk about the consolation bracket. We're important people too.
No. But we will talk about the third place match before we talk about the championship match.
Which one's the third one?
That is
That,
Chris versus Superchargers. Chris versus
Oh,
Nick.
okay. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say shout out to Greg for coming in 5th place. Good job.
Oh yeah, he's
Shout out to Greg for 5th place.
Beat Steve for 5th place. Let's go, represent.
Delicious.
Not much to say there. All right, let's continue.
All right. So, Chris, what are your thoughts on your chance at getting 3rd place?
You know, I'm gonna do my best. Let's put it that way.
There you go. That's the fucking spirit.
I don't know. Actually, I don't really feel that confident. Eric's team. Looks like Jamal Williams is going against Minnesota's defense, so that's good for me. I don't know. Philip Rivers has been relatively good lately. He's got some good matchups. We'll see.
Yeah, the Jets defense isn't so great. That's for sure.
I mean, anything can happen, but you know, I don't know if I'm starting DeMarco Murray or not. He's fucking let me down all fucking year, except for one game, pretty much. So,
I mean, I'm not trying to play favorites.
I can't believe I got him in the 3rd round.
dude,
Remember that?
he was a high draft. He should have
I
been
can't
drafted
believe
high.
you got him in the 3rd round either.
Some people should have drafted him in the 2nd, man. Shit.
You know, I mean, me thinking Rams with that defensive line, I probably would start McKinnon because without Aaron Rodgers, you know, I think Vikings are gonna have the ball more, and you know, it's like 3rd place. It's not like you're really, you know, are you really playing for something? You know, it's like I feel like it's more. I think his ceiling's higher than DeMarco Murray, but I don't know.
Get my money back, right?
It's so close. It's so close. It's like you don't. It's like almost flipping a coin. You don't know what they're gonna do. You know.
Exactly. That's been hard to predict.
You statistically can't finish any worse than 5th now. So like, you're getting $10 from me at least.
No, I'm not concerned about that. I was concerned about is there a 3rd place winnings or is it all just
$10?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so excluding the bet, I'm getting my monies back.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So I guess you are playing then for something in some way.
Yeah, for sure.
And getting your money back next year when it's $50 buy-in is gonna be a decent fucking re-up.
But yeah, I mean, you know, obviously he's got the more projections, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than you think. I think,
it could be. He's got Mark Ingram, who's unreal this year. That's a hard deal. You know.
I hope Julio plays too.
Oh, he's been questionable every week. He'll play. I'm not.
That's the Julio Jones effect. You have to deal with the questionable tag every week.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Have to deal with him
he's a gamer.
Not showing up or showing up.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Everyone drafts Julio Jones once because it's like the pretty girl at the bar, and you're like, man, that's nice. Then you realize that the pretty girl at the bar has a lot of mental instability, and you really don't ever want her ever in life.
Hey, man, I once won the championship on one of my fantasy football leagues with Julio.
Yep.
So I know that effect.
Yep. Not fun. It's nice, but
yeah.
not nice.
It's a roller coaster, but you get through it.
I think, well, I don't really want
I would have had fucking Jordy this year. It wouldn't have been that bad of a fucking deal.
Yeah, no kidding, actually, though.
Remember when I said, man, I really wanted Jordy, and I got Michael Thomas instead?
Yeah, good choice.
Remember these things?
Remember when Joey said that when I drafted Drew Brees, I got a trash can quarterback, and now they're 10-4. Good times.
I'm gonna vote Eric to win because, god damn it, I'm salty about bets.
I'm voting for Kibble and Fitz just because you said that.
What's your thoughts, Joey?
Joey?
Is Joey with us still?
I'm sorry, I'm never leaving work because I'm not allowed to, apparently. Anyways, yeah. I don't talk about it. Let's see here. What was it? What were we talking about?
Kibbles and Fitz versus
I was on the
Superchargers.
Chris, don't be a bitch. Win the game.
Nice.
I like that.
I like that positive attitude.
Vote of confidence.
There you go.
Let me pick Chris to actually win here. There we go. Done.
All
That's
right.
it. I don't really have an explanation. I just think he's gonna win. Like,
And
That's it.
now,
If
for
Philip
all of
Rivers
the
throws a
marbles.
Keenan Allen a couple times, I might be over it.
That's what I was.
Dude.
That's what I was worried about fucking
Yeah.
last week, and he just kept throwing interceptions, and I'm like, yeah, Daddy, keep doing that.
all right.
The championship match of the 4th place team versus the 6th place team. 2 7 and 6, barely above 500 powerhouses. Did I hype that up enough?
Well, I
No.
mean, technically, we were battling for the division all year. You know,
It's true. This is the tiebreaker right here, 1-1.
we're the only team that didn't have any injuries, really.
I mean, I lost Odell Beckham Jr.
No, okay, yeah, that's true. That's pretty significant.
But my number 1 pick is gone. Has been gone all year.
You did have the surprise Kareem Hunt though in the 5th round.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of a nice thing. No.
You know, it wasn't nice. You blowing your fucking nose. That was disgusting.
Dude, I fucking feel like total ass, and I'm either gonna blow my nose on the mic and make everyone feel gross, or I'm gonna snot all over myself and make me feel gross. I choose you. I choose you guys.
So I'm struggling right now to decide between Drew Brees and Alex Smith. Obviously, you've got Michael Thomas, but you've also got Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt, and so I'm kind of like I'm debating whether or not I should play Drew Brees or Alex Smith. You know, obviously Drew Brees is projected way higher, you know, and I think he actually can pass the ball better. But it's like if I just play Alex Smith, you know, I get like, you know, if he goes off, then I get like a dampened blow if Tyreek goes off or Kareem goes off. You know, I feel like I, you know, can avoid some turmoil in some way. You know, I don't know. And then also, I mean, it's just I feel like our teams kind of intertwine with each other. You know, I've got Deion Lewis, you've got Tom Brady. You know, I've got you know Baltimore defense going. You got Watson going. You know, you've got Bryant going. I got Freeman going. It's like, you know, if one team, if like all of our teams go off, you know, both teams will go off. You know, in some way, and so it's going to be an interesting matchup.
You know what scares me more than anything for this matchup? It's how stressful my Christmas is going to be. I have no one playing on Monday. You have a kicker and a tight end.
Yeah, we'll know like Sunday if you're gonna win or not.
Not really, dude.
That's
Zach
true.
Ertz just throwing some weird ass games where he's just gone like bonkers.
And Chris Boswell had like 20 points twice this year. So
Yeah. That's the thing is like, unless I'm like super fucking far ahead like last week, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Like I said though, it's like most of you guys are playing at the same time on Sunday, and so like after Sunday, we'll definitely know whether or not if you won or not. And if I've got, you know, maybe a few points behind, you know, it's up to Zach Ertz and Chris Boswell to, you know, make up those points. But I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, it should be a fun matchup. I really think so. I think it's gonna really go back and forth. Still debating whether or not I should play Cole or Cup though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on
We'll see.
I'm on the Shepard or Westbrook train right now.
Right. Some in Jacksonville is just clicking, and I don't understand it. But I'm gonna hop on the train if I can.
Bortles has been the best quarterback in December so far.
Right.
Seven touchdowns, 0 picks, or something like that. Yeah.
the defense.
Even with my running backs, I feel like your running backs are better. So it's like I don't even have wide receivers to compete with
pop.
your wide receivers.
If they pop, I mean,
Or if they just throw up some goose eggs.
and both of them have done it, dude. As good as Kareem Hunt and Todd Gurley have been, I mean, Todd Gurley's been pretty fucking consistent besides the last Seattle game.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, Todd Gurley's been like, yeah, he's been the David Johnson this year.
Yeah. Week 5, he scored 3 points.
Yeah, that was the only. Yeah, fuck that. That doesn't mean shit. You're good.
It's like the pimple in the ass. It's just that one little thing.
Yikes.
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. So yeah.
I will say that when I made the trade, I did look very far ahead, and I did notice that Jordan Howard was playing against Cleveland. But I didn't expect Cleveland.
Trade.
I didn't expect Cleveland to have the 22nd rush defense in the entire NFL, though. That's for sure. That's actually the best. That's actually the worst matchup I have, and I was actually expecting that to be the best matchup. So I'm actually very curious to see if Jordan Howard can actually come and play.
That's kind of the same thing with Jacksonville's defense. I was looking at their like end of the year, so I'm like, yeah, dude, San Fran, that's sweet. Here's Jimmy G just like slaughtering people. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? But
Right.
I don't think he's gonna survive Jacksonville.
Is Tennessee still in playoff contention?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're
They're 8 and
actually gonna be
6.
really performing. They're actually going to really try against Todd Gurley, though.
Yeah, that's a big game. Like,
Yeah,
I'm assuming the Rams are going to shit on him, but it's a big game, you know?
right. I feel like I should play Cooper Kupp just in the fact that like everyone's gonna be like, oh, all over Todd Gurley. They're gonna probably try and bottle him up with that, performance he just had.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
If it was me, I think I would start Cooper Kupp.
The thing about the Cole guy is, he's on a
He's been
3
hot.
touchdown streak.
Yeah.
He's hot, and playing against San Francisco. It's
That's good, yeah.
just I'm just so conflicted right now. I just don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a toughie. I feel you there.
I'm doing everything I can not to get cute and not bench Tom Brady.
If you
Dude,
play
he's playing
Westbrook,
Buffalo,
I'm definitely
no.
playing Cole. But if you don't play Westbrook, I'm going to debate it. Just because of that.
You gotta start.
I know. You can't get cute. You have to start your studs, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's been brutal.
It's just relatively recently, right?
Yeah, the last like 3 weeks have been kind of.
Yeah, but it's Tom Brady, dude. Like, I think you're fine.
I'm just happy I made it through the playoffs with a quarterback that isn't doing shit.
I mean, it's the number one. Dan Lowe's going against the number one worst rush defense.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Good for me.
Yes,
But
it
I think
is.
I think Tom Brady's still going to throw the ball to Lewis. I think he's getting a reception touchdown.
Guess
I
I
hope-
should probably just drop Case Keenum. I don't need him. Wink, 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 wink.
Oh,
Can't.
I'm definitely picking him up.
Wink,
I'm picking
wink.
him up.
Unlucky.
Do it.
Yeah, against Green Bay. Open
Drew
her up.
Brees has had 2 running backs now go to the Pro Bowl. It's like he's not even passing the ball. Like I just gotta.
But he's
just
going
get
to the Pro Bowl.
quarterback
Still.
that's gonna pass.
He's still going to the Pro Bowl. He's in the top 20 votes again.
Well, Drew Brees is
Yeah, all
Well,
three
right.
of them are.
right, but it's
So-
like I feel like they've been running the ball so much. This is the first time in 42 years that like the number 1 running back and number 2 running back are actually going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that's like an insane stat.
They fucking deserve it. Honestly, you know who should have gone when D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart were both healthy? That fucking 1 year when they almost won the Super Bowl, they should have gone.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, I'm gonna pick Meadman because I want to win a championship.
I'm picking me to win because I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna win.
Chris.
I think I want to pick Max. I think I like his matchups better. I mean, it doesn't mean shit. And he's got fucking Gurley and Hunt, and they're hot right now, so that's really tough to deal with if they go off again.
Oh man, I just hope they didn't pop too early.
Max, have you won?
Huh?
Have you won our league?
I've never won in this league's history.
All right, I'm voting for Paul.
History is not on my side in this league.
Even though I stole 455 of your kills.
And you colluded against me in the league? Yeah. I'm voting for Paul.
The resentment is deep.
I just don't want your name on the trophy. Like, my name on there twice feels good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
By the way, there will be a trophy, guys. There's actually going to be a trophy, if you guys didn't know that yet. But there will be an actual trophy.
And out-of-staters, I'm not shipping you the fucking trophy, and you're not shipping it back every year.
That's fine. Just take a picture of my name on the trophy, and I'll be just
I'll
as
take a
satisfying
picture of
for
it,
me.
and then anytime you want a picture of it, the second I'm available to do it, I will do so. So it's almost like it's with you at all.
You know what we could do? We could do, like, shirts.
Take
Oh,
a
I
picture,
don't
hang it
see
on
it.
my wall.
Yeah,
Well, like, you can go make a cheap shirt at the fucking mall at those little, like, sticker places.
I want a trophy.
No, I know, but I'm
Dude,
saying
if
like
I
they
win
can get
this year,
shirts too.
if I win this fucking year, the pictures with the trophy are gonna be grand.
Are you actually gonna get like Sierra to? Oh, you should get Sierra to do actual pictures for you.
Trust me.
Hey,
got-
man,
I
I
have
mean,
it.
you know,
actual fucking pictures.
how ironic is this, though? Just saying, like the Minnesota fan going against the Green Bay Packer fan in the championship of fantasy football.
Good. I hope
It's
I
actually
fucking
pretty
crush
great.
you because my
It's
team
just
didn't make
kind
the
of, it's
fucking
just
playoffs.
kind of ironic, It's just almost like fate decided this matchup, in some way.
Oh my god.
I hope I roadhouse you.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Oh man. I hate everyone.
Roadhouse.
Let's see. Is there anything else in
Other
closing?
than that,
Did we want to talk about the new rules or no?
No,
That you were
that's
talking-
all gonna be end of the year.
That's next week.
Okay.
That video is gonna be a fucking doozy.
Yeah.
honestly, like
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to be honest, like going like before we go back into that more. To be honest, I actually really don't care which one of you guys win. Like, I think this has actually been one of the most compelling years of fantasy football. Regardless of all the shit I did talk about collusion, it did make the league a lot more fun because like we literally didn't know who was going to the playoffs except for like 2 people in the last week.
Yeah, no,
Like
that
it was
brilliant.
actually super exciting. And like I was actually super heartbroken to lose. And then like having none of my actual teams win made this year like that much more heartbreaking. So I'm looking forward to next season. I'm really excited.
I mean, I felt like Neo, from the Matrix. I was kind of just dodging bullets here, kind of like dipping and dodging with these injuries and stuff. Everybody was going down quarterback wise and stuff. I'm actually really fortunate to be where I am in some way because I didn't have anybody get injured on my team. And I mean, significantly injured, I should say,
True.
And I feel like that's probably the number one reason why I'm even here is because I didn't get anybody in my first couple rounds injured. I mean, Freeman was out for like 3 weeks, but I mean, that wasn't really a big blow for me, I still ended up going to the playoffs.
Yeah, he came back and tore it up, so you're good, yeah.
Right.
So before we end, I was looking at the record book on here. By the way, it's great to look at every once in a while. Because we're talking about how Steve always manages to somehow make it to the playoffs, even though he drafts
Questionably.
interestingly. Yeah.
Wait, where's the record book at?
If you go to league, and you can click on record book. Strength of schedule easiest is a record. Your mom's Tats has that this year. It just basically does the weekly average of your playing against, and it was 81 points this year. Take us way back to when this league pretty much like first started going in 2012. He has the all-time record for easiest schedule of 78.06 points against.
That's right, Jayhawks,
The bastard is
2012.
consistent. And actually,
Fuck you,
Greg had the
Steve.
hardest schedule this year. An average of 94.72 points against him.
Yeah. Damn, I had the highest weekly average of all time in 2014, 108 points a week. Woo!
Jesus.
That was one of the championship weeks.
Wow.
That was the championship year because that was when I still. Wait, no, Bronco Bombers. That's my dad.
Where's this one?
That
at?
was my dad. That's my dad. That's a strength of schedule hardest. My dad. Remember that season when he should have won like so many games and everyone had the best weeks against him? Yeah, this is against my
that's
dad.
right.
That's my dad. 100. He had 108 points a week against him.
That's like incredibly. That no one's gonna beat that record.
That's insane.
That's not going anywhere. Like that's fucking wild.
That's insane. Tim T. Boner, average victory all time, largest 46 points a week.
Crushed him like a grape and lost that year.
Yeah,
That was
you
my
were.
second place year.
That's right. That's when I beat you. Again. Keyword
Alright.
there's again.
I had Joel Dreesen on that fantasy team.
Wait, can we really see that?
That was Josh Gordon year. Okay, hold on. We're getting too far ahead. I'm going to close out this video now because the rest of this is just going to be nonsense and doesn't need to be in the video. I promise you, it's gonna be all fucking nonsense. The next week video, with the exception of the rule changes, but even then, that might get a little weird. But no joke. Please, if you want to be a part of that video, get with me. I'll hold your hand through the process, dude. I won't even mention your name in the video if you don't. If you have an opinion you don't want, like, dude, they're gonna think I'm a douchebag or something like that. I won't even tell them your name. I'll just say person so and so says, and then we'll be done. So, anyways, that's it for everyone. Thank you. This is the last review preview video, man. It's been a wild year. I missed a couple weeks. We had some technical difficulties. Like Joey said, this is one of the best years of fantasy football yet, man. It was so tight to the very end, and here we are at the very end. Have a good weekend, and I hope everyone loses besides me. That's not possible, but I want it to happen later.